All righty then. All right, record.
Oh, man. Mike, she was killed by space junk. Like that big blue piece of space junk she takes to the hotel with her. That big blue Steely Dan. It's the Watchmen. It's the Watchmen on the couch. Welcome back to Watchmen on the Couch. Today we're discussing episode 3 of Watchmen. She was killed by space junk. I'm Tim Pickerel.
Mike Daffron.
And one of the things that I've noticed from the last few episodes is that I keep forgetting to plug anything about this show. So you can go to watchersonthecouch.com and get a link to all of our social media. You can check out all the other shows from the Watchers on the Couch family, such as Watchers on the Couch Castle Rock, which Chris and Debbie, our good friends, are covering season 2 of Castle Rock this season. So check it out. Try it out.
Try it out, man.
Now, Mike, I had a comic book movie extravaganza on Sunday.
Uh-oh. You learned some things?
I don't know if I necessarily learned some things, but I did finally watch Watchmen all the way through. And I watched the director's cut, which was like 3 hours and 20 minutes or something like that. So it's super long.
It is very long.
It's almost as long as that big blue dildo, but not quite that long. So it was interesting. Like before, I'd been telling people, it's like, do I need to watch Watchmen in order to understand the show? And I was like, nope, so far not really. This episode, I don't know. It probably would have been helpful if you'd seen the movie, or at least the movie.
Yeah, I agree. I think it gives you gives you a lot of background, so you would know who the hell Laurie Blake is. Mm-hmm. Laurie Blake.
Laurie Bluecock. So yeah, she is one of the original Watchmen, or not the original one. No, she'd be a Watchman.
Yeah,
but not the original Minute Maid. And I guess she gets married at some point because she takes on the name Blake.
No, that's her father's name, like her father's last name.
Oh, the comedian's last name is Blake. That's right.
Yep. Yeah, because she used to take her mother's name, and I don't know why she took her father's name now, so I'm not sure. She was she was Silk Spectre.
Right.
Silk Spectre 2. And
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, and she didn't really even want to be a Watchman. She didn't want to be one of the superheroes, really. I think her mom just kind of like took her into it, almost like a pageant show type mom would, but for superheroes.
Right.
In a sense, I guess. I don't know.
You don't get a lot of that from the movie, and as I've said, I've only seen the movie so far. I still haven't read the graphic novel. But you get a little bit about how she didn't like want to be in it, but like mommy dearest kind of put her into it. But man, watching the movie and then seeing this version of her, it's like, man, that is two different characters.
Yep. Yeah. Whoever I don't remember her name, but who plays Laurie Blake, she does a great job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's really good. And you see her, shoot the hell out of a costume person right in the back.
Yeah.
Right as this episode opens.
Where's the trigger?
Right. So she's definitely against costume folk at this point in time.
And I'm assuming she was okay with killing him, because she doesn't answer that one guy's question like, how do you know it stopped the bullets? Yep. Like his suit would stop the bullets. So
she's a big maniac. And that's how it opens. Although she still has her Watchmen poster in her apartment.
Right. Well, it seems a little odd, but I don't know. I guess it really isn't. But
there's only 4 of them in there. It's a Rorschach-free painting.
Mm-hmm. Not a fan of the Rorschach, I guess.
But it is weird that she still has Ozzy-Man on it because he's a lunatic. But I guess since they, whatever, I guess they're still kind of perpetuating that lie of what actually happens at the end of Watchmen.
Right. Yeah, with the giant squid
Mm-hmm.
that Adrian sent down to New York.
One of the interesting things that I noticed is when she's telling these jokes that aren't really jokes. They're terrible jokes, actually. She is not a comedian.
No, she is not very funny. But I don't think it's supposed to be funny. That's the thing. It's just ironic. It's not really a joke, It's
Yeah. But she does the drum roll, good joke, like in Rorschach's Journal.
Yes.
So presumably she's read it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unless he used to just talk like that all the time. I don't know. Like every time he'd always use that after his joke, like any joke he ever said. He's like, yeah, snare drum, curtains. Great joke.
Yeah. Oh.
Great joke, right, guys?
Yeah.
Huh?
Guys, sure.
Yeah.
Really?
All right, now let me explain that joke to you.
What do you see? So yeah, apparently there's phone booths to Dr. Manhattan.
Uh-huh.
Which is funny.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I may be coming out with some crazy theories or something, but I'm wondering, because that's from True Industries. So, like, Lady True took over Adrian's business after, I guess, he disappeared or before. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember if they say it in this show.
Yeah, I don't think it's really established.
So, I'm wondering if Lady True is actually maybe working if she's trying to find Adrian. So that's the reason they actually have these satellites looking at Mars, and that's why they have the live TV. Maybe they're looking at Dr. Manhattan and wondering where the fuck Adrian is, because Dr. Manhattan imprisoned Adrian on Mars.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's definitely on Mars.
And so Adrian is not actually trying to maybe escape himself. Maybe he's just trying to be able to launch his clones out of whatever zone he's in, so the satellites can see him like, hey, what the fuck just happened here? Like, Mr. Phillips just launched into the air.
I don't know. I think he's trying to escape, and I think he's definitely on Mars as indicated by that suit. Like that, the atmosphere
Right.
outside that dome is very Total Recall-y.
Yeah. I also think, I'm wondering if those scenes with Adrian have already happened. Like if they've happened in the past and he's already escaped.
Yeah, we haven't established the deal with the cakes, but this cake, even though you only see it for a second, definitely has 3 candles.
Right. And see, because like we saw, it might have even been the very first episode that we see Dr. Manhattan on Mars, and he like destroys that castle. So I'm wondering if he finds out Adrian escaped and he's like, oh, fuck, or, like destroys that castle that he made.
I'll have to recheck that.
Because he's not building it. Like, it's there and he destroys it. Like, you barely even see it.
Mm-hmm.
See it happen, so.
Mm-hmm. This is the first time we actually get confirmation, because we've been saying that it's Ozyman and Adrian Veidt for every episode, but this is the first time we actually get confirmation of it.
And that was a weird thing. So if you didn't know anything about the Watchmen and you were watching this, you'd be like, oh, cool. On that reveal, like, you'd just be like, okay, like, because they built it up, and he's like, Adrian Veidt.
Mm-hmm. And he puts on his costume.
Everybody else would be like, okay, I still don't know who the fuck this guy is, but this is definitely like, I do feel like you do need to know some of the background information on all this.
Yeah, especially at this point. At
least, not even an in-depth, just kind of who the characters are, just a general overview, I think would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I did buy the digital version of the comic. I haven't started reading it yet, though, but I plan on it whenever I get time.
Cool. Yeah, I need to do that too.
Because I did mention on this podcast, maybe the first episode, that you can get on like YouTube and you can see an animated like version with it like voiced over. And I'm like, I'd rather just kind of read it myself in my own voice and not have somebody voice it over.
Yeah.
So I can be like, I'm Adrian Veidt. I'm so smart, I am. Yeah. Well, where are we at, Tim? What do you want to talk about?
Well, we jumped all over the place already. So they're sending Lori to, what is it, Oklahoma? Yeah.
Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And she decides she's going to be the only person that's going to go, her and the slide projector guy.
Yeah. PD.
But they were getting ready to send a whole battalion down there for some whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. Before you go further, that PD guy, I think his name's Dale PD, on HBO.com, I believe they have like some supplemental information called the Pedia files. I'm
sorry, the what?
Right. The Pedia files, the pedophiles.
That is a bad name.
Yes, it is. And it's just some like supplemental information that he has gathered and stuff. So, and that was out before you get to see him in the show. So I haven't read any of it. Like I glanced through it and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'll read it sometime.
We'll have to check that out, but then we're going to get down a rabbit hole and then there's going to be this whole like Dale P.D. Holmes show and where he pretends to be Owlman. He's like a shitty version of Owlman. So that's another thing I did on Saturday. I watched every Pete Holmes Batman skit.
That's awesome. It'd be awesome. He should have been that shadow guy or whatever he was called.
That would have been great.
Yes. So that would have been awesome. Anyway.
So I watched the Watchmen movie, and then I had some time before the Watchmen episode came on, so I watched the animated version of Batman's Killing Joke, which was pretty good. And then I watched Watchmen, and I said, man, it's still too early to go to bed, so I'm going to watch X-Men Dark Phoenix, which was not good.
It was not very good. It wasn't terrible, but it was pretty disappointing.
It was just okay. Like, it was better than Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And I would say that it's probably better than X-Men The Last Stand, but it's still not good.
Yeah. They haven't done that good of a job on a lot of those lately.
Lately, yeah. I mean, the last two were pretty bad. I mean, Logan was great.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Days of Future Past and First Class.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway.
The guy that plays the young Xavier is in an HBO show.
Yes, his Dark Materials.
Yeah.
The best part of Dark Phoenix is realizing that the movie takes place in 1994. So within 6 years, Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy turn in to Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, because that movie takes place in 2000.
I know. They age fast.
They do. That's what happens.
Let's get back to this. Right?
Sure.
You have something? What were you going to say?
I don't remember. I was trying to get us back on track, and
so she takes PD. They go for a little plane ride.
She takes PD, all right.
Oh, she does, or does she, or does he take it? Who took that big blue dildo, Tim?
Oh shit, that's the question. Yeah. Rorschach's journal.
Oh, the most powerful being in the universe. I want him inside me. That's what happened to him.
It's got to be.
She rammed him home. You definitely, that thing is very intimidating. That is scary.
It's insane looking.
And if she didn't use that on him, or they didn't use it at all, like she just kept it in her hotel.
You don't bring it with you if you're not going to use it.
That guy could have lasted forever. I mean, just just an empty cavern. I mean, this just has to destroy her. Like, it's just a hot dog down the hallway, as they say.
No, I like to think that she's got some kind of contraption. She's actually Silk Pecker now.
Yeah. Oh, Silk Pecker. Well, we go on the plane ride. Once they get there, I guess they're waiting for the meat wagon. Not the meat wagon, but
The meat wagon.
they're waiting for, I guess, them to bring another suspects of the 7th Cavalry, and she confronts Pirate Jenny and Red Scare, and she wants to see Looking Glass. Does Jenny know that everyone can see her face? You can see through the mask.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is Pirate Jenny in the show? Is she black?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to go because I thought she was, but then just I
didn't think she
5
was.
minutes. Okay, I don't know. I guess I just wasn't paying attention because 5 minutes before before we started this podcast, I just looked up the cast and I saw her and I was like, wait, I thought she was a black actor, and I didn't know if you could. I'm like, wait, can you? Is it okay to do blackface to hide your identity?
No.
No, right.
They wouldn't be doing that.
She needs to at least wear a mask that's not see-through. I can see her face.
Well, I mean, so far it's doing the job because we don't know what she looks like.
I do. I saw it on Google. Oh, hey, one thing you said about Red Scare, you're like, his accent is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fake. I think he's putting on this character.
Oh, that makes sense.
I bet we'll eventually see him without the mask, and he's just going to have a British accent. Because I think the actor is British. I'm not sure for sure. I'm just pulling things out of my ass. So,
do you think Panda's putting on an accent?
I don't know. And
is that what Panda sounds like?
Right. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they. Panda. Red Scare, Pirate Jenny, and Looking Glass, they were actually all at the funeral, dressed in police outfits with yellow masks. It's a little quick shot. I didn't notice it. I just saw it on the interwebs. I was like, oh, neato. Anyway, we see
Judd get blown up.
Yeah. Well, at where everyone's getting rounded up, that was a pretty good scene with Looking Glass and Lori. So that was a good interaction.
Yeah.
While they're giving everybody their 23andMe tests, oh, but here's your 23andMe. We just want to see where you're from.
Comes back as racist.
Yeah. It's a R pod. He's in the pod, the R pod. Which R? Which R are you talking about?
It's the Pirate Jenny R.
Yeah, R pod. What's a pirate's favorite letter?
I don't know, Mike.
You think it's the R, but it's actually the C.
Jesus Christ.
Roll snare drum. Curtains.
Good joke.
Good dad joke.
Shit, a car just dropped outside my house.
It's a good Halloween joke. Did you go trick-or-treating, Tim?
No, I did not.
All right.
I didn't give out candy either. Although somebody did knock on the door at 8:30.
No. During this interaction with Lori and Looking Glass, can Looking Glass not lie? Is he capable of telling a lie? Just because he could have, did he just realize oh fuck, Lori knows who everybody is. I might as well just say, yeah, silent Sister Night is Angela.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because I think Looking Glass is pretty smart. So
right.
There would be no benefit in lying at that point if she already knows. It would just make her suspicious of like what's going on, because
Yeah.
by Looking Glass's standards, nobody's done anything wrong over there.
Yeah.
So they don't have anything to hide. He doesn't know that Judd was a Klansman.
True. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe that wasn't Judd's. Maybe that was Judd's wife's Klan's outfit.
Oh man!
And she was tired of old Judd's dick. She wanted the senator's dick. And they're going to get married. She wants to be that first lady. She
wants that keen peen.
Yeah. And she ain't Joe Keen.
Oh.
She's serious.
That's a lot of keen puns in a short amount of time.
Hey, you never know. You never know. And then we go to Tartar Sauce Acres, or Tartarus Acres. Lori sneaks in a gun. Like, what shitty security that is. Like, why wouldn't you just... Where's the metal detector?
Oh.
This is bullshit security, Tim.
Well, listen, I didn't do it. Don't blame me. I didn't write the show.
So we got a Bomberman. Yeah.
Let's be honest. Keen totally staged that whole thing, right?
I think so. It seemed very weird, but I don't know what he assumed would happen.
Take me, don't hurt these people.
Like, were they just going to walk into the mausoleum? Is that what that's called?
Is that what that's called?
The funeral house. The mini
the stone
dead
tomb.
person hut.
Yeah, I think it's a mausoleum.
Were they just going to walk back in there and he was just going to crawl away with them? And what would happen? I don't know. Is Keen in with the 7th Cavalry, and then so was Judd. Angela finds the KKK outfit. Maybe somehow he knows Angela will pursue him, and then they get to kill her, and then nobody knows about Judd and his KKK stuff. But then Lori comes in and fucks it all up.
Yep. And then blows up poor Judd's body.
Yeah.
Because the guy wasn't bluffing.
Oh, what is this beeping noise? Oh, maybe it's low battery.
I thought he was bluffing. They're always bluffing. Which I actually think is funny.
Yeah. See, most of those dead man switches, they're supposed to just go off right away.
That's what I thought too, but
it didn't bother me in the show at all. And then thinking about it after, I'm like, wait, it's supposed to go off right away. And then I thought about it a little more. I'm like, well, I could see it having a timer. Right. Well, I could see it having a timer, because what if while you're moving around, that heart monitor like rips off or loses connection? Mm-hmm. You didn't finish your mission. Like, you just blew yourself up like for no fucking reason. Like, if it gets messed up, you want to be able to be like, oh shit, I gotta reconnect that.
Yeah.
You know?
The other thing I don't know is, like, I don't know how long your heart actually beats after you're dead. Like, you'd think it just stops immediately, but like maybe your brain, there's still some residual signals in your brain after a bullet goes through it.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. I'm pretty sure it's immediate.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've never.
assume so.
Yeah, I don't know. What do I know about any of this?
Maybe in this universe that hearts beat for a while after you're dead. Just because you get shot in the head
doesn't mean you yeah. Doesn't mean you're actually dead.
Doesn't mean your heart stops. And Angela is the next person on the Masked Singer this week. Yep.
On the Masked Singer.
She's not a good singer.
Was she really on the Masked Singer?
No, but she was singing during the funeral.
Yeah.
It was another one of my stupid ass jokes.
Oh, like, it could have been real. Like, I don't know who's on the Masked Singer. I know Wayne Brady was on it, but that's about it.
You know, at the end of this, I was wondering why wasn't Angela wearing her outfit while she was sneaking into the hole to like investigate? She should have been wearing her costume, her outfit.
Well, I mean, I guess she decided that she didn't necessarily need to sneak in, or she didn't bring it with her because she thought she was just going to a funeral. And then all of a sudden the cavalry shows up, and
I guess maybe she could just say she's a civilian, and like since she was involved, she's like, well, I used to be a cop, let me help.
I just always happen to carry my night vision goggles.
Exactly. That's the biggest part about it. If she didn't have anything else, I'd be like, all right, she could, just say, oh, I want to help. I used to be a cop, that's my friend and blah, blah, blah. But she had her fucking night vision goggles. She had the owl's night vision stuff. So what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is so strange.
And then she has her confrontation with Lori, and I'm assuming she knows who Lori is, but she doesn't seem to be all that impressed by it. So,
yeah, I didn't like her reaction. Just the ooh, I thought that was kind of weak.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I was like, ooh, good writing.
That's lazy storytelling.
It just didn't match. I don't know. It just seems silly.
Can you imagine Game of Thrones? Danny, I'm actually your nephew. Ooh.
Man.
You're actually heir to the Iron Throne. Ooh.
I'm the mother of dragons. Ooh.
They let her do that 5-minute title. And everybody just collectively goes, ooh.
And then she pours out her, and Daenerys pours out her coffee cup that they left in the episode.
Right down the hole.
Oh, right in the big hole. The big space chunk hole.
Space chunk. Let's see. What else is left?
I don't know. Let's talk about Adrian. I like those. I really like these scenes, though.
That's the only thing I want to watch, actually.
Yeah. I get excited every time I see those scenes.
I love Jeremy Irons, and
he's so good.
I want the show to be all about him.
He's awesome. He's so good. When he got getting pissed and smashing the shit out of his frozen clone.
I wanted to use those as sound bites for the episode, but since you can't hear the soundboard on your end, because I haven't figured out how to get that working yet, I just nap.
Did you realize that he was using human skin to make that outfit? And that's why it's like,
what?
Yeah. Those is skin of the clones.
Oh shit!
That's why he needs a thicker skin.
That's why he needs thicker skin, right? Yes. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I don't pay attention to anything.
Dude, I'm like, that's freaking awesome.
That's amazing. So that's where all the Phillipses are.
He found a use for them. Yep.
The old Phillips skin suit.
Man.
So if you are a Phillip and you're wearing some Phillips, that's like Phillipsception. It's Phillips all the way down.
Oh, Philip. Speaking of another casting thing that I saw, where did I write this down? Oh, so on the casting list, Tom Mison, who plays Mr. Phillips, is listed as the character name Mime. And Sarah Vickers, who plays Mrs. Crookshanks, is listed as Marionette. I don't know if that's just what they put out there to kind of fuck with people, or if later in the season they're going to play different characters or superheroes or something.
I don't know. That's interesting. That's cheating, Mike. You can't be looking at stuff.
No, or that could actually be their name, I guess, in the show, but Adrian just names them different names. You know what I mean? Sure. Like, that's Adrian's own names for him, but their actual name is Mime and Marionette. I don't know.
The one guy that got promoted, Mr. Phillips, had a name.
Yeah, had a different name. But then, now he's Mr. Phillips.
Yes.
Now he's dead.
Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure the groundskeeper is a Mr. Phillips.
Was he?
I think so.
Huh. I thought there was only one Mr. Phillips. I thought he ended up naming everybody different names.
Well, I don't mean he's actually Mr. Phillips, but he's like the same.
Same
actor.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'm assuming they're the only two people on there is the Mr. Phillips clones and the Mrs. Cruikshank's clones.
But I am curious where they come from.
Except for the game warden. I don't know if the game warden is Mr. Phillips or if the game warden is somebody different.
You mean body-wise?
Actor, yeah.
I don't know. You don't get a good look at him, but I think it is. It seemed like it was to me.
Yeah,
but I could be wrong. I don't know if that shit's made out of human skin. So
I don't know. Yeah, maybe we'll see more of the game warden. Is he called the game warden because he's protecting the game, the buffalo? Or is he protecting the game that Adrian has to play to get out of there?
Ooh.
Yeah, because it's all a game.
It's all a big fugazi. So, yeah, no, I'm definitely with you, though. I definitely think Dr. Manhattan has imprisoned Adrian on Mars. Which means, I guess, Dr. Manhattan's has made the people?
Yeah.
Has created the life in there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that either. Who knows? Maybe Adrian made those himself. Maybe, I'm thinking Adrian made those people. Well, then again, why would there be a game warden? Yeah, if Adrian made everybody.
And buffalo that he can't hunt.
Right.
I mean, the game warden's letter basically says, like, the rules of your captivity or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if every time, like, a Mr. Phillips dies, there's a machine that just spits out, like, a new Mr. Phillips, like, right away. It's like, new Mr. Phillips.
You just go underground and there's a whole city of Phillipses.
Yeah.
Philippi.
Mr. Phillips, need a thicker skin.
So we've seen Ozyman, we've seen Silk Spectre. We've seen Dr. Manhattan at a distance, but I'm wondering if we'll actually see him for real in this season. Which also leads me to be like, whatever happened to the Night Owl?
Well, I think we might end up seeing him. Keene said that if he became president, he has the power to pardon anybody, even that owl in the cage of yours. Because the Night Owl is in prison. Oh. Lori didn't go to prison because she made a deal to hunt down vigilantes for the FBI.
I see.
And that's why she keeps an owl in a cage.
Oh. Boy.
Name who?
Yeah, I don't pick up on shit.
I watched it a couple times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I only watched it once.
And I used some of the internets. So I didn't use too much of the internets. Like my theory stuff, like, was when I very first watched it. I haven't really, because some of the theory stuff, they just go down too much of a damn rabbit hole, like on Reddit or something. I'm just like, I'm not reading your shit. Like,
right.
Like, I'll find out. Like, I'll make up my own stuff, and I don't know.
You're gonna get to the part of Reddit where they're basically speculating that where Adrian is basically one of the parks in Westworld, and it's gonna be a whole fucking thing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely probably stuff I did talk about that I did, like, kind of get from Reddit. I don't know what, but there definitely is stuff. But just little details. That's what I like about, like, going on Reddit. Like, if I missed a couple little details, I'm like, oh yeah, look, neato.
Right on.
And I think we'll see the Night Owl probably, and I think we will see Dr. Manhattan. There was in the upcoming weeks preview that came out after the first episode. It looks like there is a meteor kind of shooting down from space. This could be anything. That could be Adrian coming back to Earth.
Well, Adrian's like trying to create like a super weapon or plague or something like that based on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think is what that was. So
see, and if my like theory about him already being on Earth, and maybe he has been for like a couple years or something, did he start the 7th Cavalry for some reason? Like, is he completely behind it? He the number one? I wouldn't know for what reason, but they're all collecting. Remember, we saw them collecting those Dr. Manhattan lithium batteries or whatever the fuck they are.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's in Russia building an intrinsic field generator. I don't know. We're in episode 3, so
yeah. So we still got 6 episodes to go.
Not enough info.
But we wrap up the episode with Lori finishing up her call or another call to Dr. Manhattan to send it away, finishing up her joke. And Saul kind of pissed off that he doesn't seem to be listening and doesn't care about humanity, but apparently he gets them. Because he responds to her joke.
Yeah, and almost drops a car in her head. And she looks up, and she's like, Oprah? She got a car.
Everybody gets a car.
Everybody gets a car. That's Angela's car.
Yeah, I assumed it was.
See, I'm wondering if this is just like ironic that she kind of thinks that was Dr. Manhattan.
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just happens to be somebody like dropping off some
Well, it's the Hooded Justice guy and whoever else he has with him. That, because they picked up Angela's car. Is it the end of the first episode, or is it?
This is the end of the second. It was the end of the last episode.
Okay,
but did we establish that Hooded Justice has anything to do with that?
Well, he disappeared, and then she like went outside, and because when she left, he was like handcuffed or whatever.
Oh,
or something like.
You're still thinking that Willie's Hooded Justice
because he is.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he is. Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, even if he's not, like, he was a part of that crew in whatever spaceship that took her car, and maybe they dropped it to Lori, be like, hey, look, here's Angela's car. You need to investigate her more.
It's filled with Willie prints.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, something I did get from Reddit, I think, or a podcast or something that was like 40 seconds after they sent the message. The card dropped 40 seconds after. It says it takes 40 seconds for the message to reach Mars.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Maybe Dr. Manhattan did it?
It takes 40 seconds to reach Mars, but that means because he still has to listen to it.
I know.
Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's just he heard it in his future. And
but like time, I don't think even moves the same way for him, does it? And can't he be in like 2 places at once and like, past, present, and future are like one and the same for him? And
he can see his past and future. I don't know if he can be in 2 places at once, but I think they basically say he can't be in 2 places at once, didn't they?
I thought he could be. I don't know. But like his past and present are like viewed at the same time, or like they're simultaneous to him or something.
Yeah. Well, you slept with Dan? You told me you knew.
Yeah.
That's probably about it then.
I don't think I really have anything else.
Yeah.
So one thing, I guess, might be, I don't know. So if Judd was in the 7th Cavalry, was he just like using Angela as his black friend card? Like, it could be racist. My best friend is black, like, I couldn't be 7th Cavalry ever.
Yeah, I don't know if they established like when they became like good friends, if they were really good friends before the White Knight, or if that happened after the White Knight.
I think they were kind of coworkers and maybe kind of close coworkers before the White Knight, but after, that's when they started becoming best friends.
Okay, because it was probably like, because I'm still thinking about your theory a lot, where he was actually one of the ones in Angela's house.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just the only thing is that I still want to know who that second guy could be. Like, have we seen that second guy who basically was about to shoot Angela, but then was like, "Oh fuck, Judd! I need to go help Judd."
Oh, I thought we were saying that is Judd.
No, I was thinking the guy that Angela stabbed in his right shoulder, which is where his wound was in the hospital. Like, I think he was on the floor. The guy with the shotgun was about to shoot Angela, but then wanted to save Judd. I don't know. Maybe it was his wife.
Well, you know.
Maybe it was Keen.
Could have been Keen.
Maybe it was Mr. Phillips.
So many questions.
Maybe it was Red Scare. No, it can't be Red Scare.
No, it's not Red Scare.
Maybe it was Adrian Veidt. No.
Nope.
Those, because that happened 3 years ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Adrian's been gone since like 2012, I believe. So maybe
Has he been gone since 2012?
I believe so.
Huh.
I think somewhere in the show it like mentioned it, or it was on the newspaper. It was.
Well, they said he was officially declared dead in 2019, but I don't know how long you have to be gone to be legally declared dead.
I don't know.
I mean, that's something we can look up.
Go ahead.
I said that's something we could probably look up, but whatever. But who knows what's real in this crazy mixed up show with no presidential term limits and everybody's still rocking the pager.
Yeah.
Even though there's phone booths that can reach Mars.
Right. I don't understand that at all. So, yep.
All right. Well, that'll probably do it for this episode. Remember to check out WatchersOnTheCouch.com for this and all other podcasts on the Watchers on the Couch network, including, once again, Watchers on the Couch Castle Rock. You can check out my other podcast, Trapped Under Dice, which is the D&D podcast. Episode 1 is out. Episode 2 is forthcoming. I'm trying to do them every 2 weeks, but that's definitely harder to do when you're also doing a Watchers on the Couch. So I'm usually good at like one podcast at a time. So it's kind of fallen off a little bit, my productivity, as I've been doing Watchers and other things like work. So, but episode 2 will be out soon. So check it out.
I'm still debating on, because I did watch the first episode of his Dark Materials, and I like it. I think it's good. It definitely has enough depth to talk about for a podcast, so I'm debating on whether I want to do one for that. So I would just have to find somebody interested.
Mm-hmm. I haven't started watching it yet. But it's got 2X people in it, actually.
Who is the other one?
The girl.
Oh,
the little girl's the little girl from Logan.
Oh, neato. Has some Game of Thrones people in it too. I think.
What?
Yeah, it has. Shit. He was the leader of the Night's Watch.
The leader of the older guy.
Yeah.
Daddy Mormont.
Yes. Yeah. Daddy Mormont.
Right on.
Jorah Jeor Mormont.
Yeah. So that's on Mondays?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. All right. Well, I guess that's going to do it for this week. We will be back next week to discuss episode 4 of Watchmen. Until then, keep your big blue dick, packed neatly in your luggage.
Don't get
Or
killed by your
something.
space junk.
Don't get killed by your space junk. See you next time.
Bye.